What's up, gamers? Mass Gamer here. Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to ask the question, who should gamers vote for? And look at gamers as almost a voting bloc, a group of people that have similar interests that vote in the preservation of their community or culture or whatever that might be. So, who should gamers vote for? Right now we have Donald Trump running for the Republican Party, and we have Hillary Clinton running for the Democrat Party. Both of them are, at this point, are the presumptive nominees, and looks like that's who our choices are going to be in this selection. And I call it a selection because, I don't have too much faith in this entire system and think it's rigged from the get-go, which you've heard Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders talking about this entire time, which I wholeheartedly agree. For the Democrat Party, we have Hillary Clinton, who I disagree with on just about everything, and I think she's just about the most corrupt, lying politician that we could possibly have running for the presidency of the United States of America. They have a huge, long history of corruption. Bill Clinton is a raping, womanizing sexual predator. Just a laundry list. I mean, everybody pretty much knows why you should vote against Hillary Clinton, so let's move on to Trump. Donald Trump has a lot more policy that I actually agree with, but then he has a lot of stuff that I do not agree with. Supports the Patriot Act, he wants to increase our torture program, a lot of different things that I just do not care for. However, Hillary Clinton is a feminist. She claims to be a feminist. You can see her in all kinds of different subjects and topics talking about feminists. Here she is with Lena Dunham, a disgusting, gross, authoritarian feminist. Why is this a problem? Well, feminists and people on the far left are opponents of free speech. And why does that matter? We as a gaming community value free speech, right? We're kind of a unique community. People that spend a lot of time PC gaming or console gaming, there's a certain level of trash talk. There's offensive speech. People are cursing. People are, poking fun at each other. That's just kind of what we do. And it's not serious. It's not something where, people are killing themselves when they're done because somebody told them to get good or whatever, right? So freedom of speech is important to the gaming community. And you already see a lot of different, game developers, pushing more restrictive speech and worrying about online bullying and all this other nonsense when, it's just kind of part of gaming. We've all come to accept it and have a good time with it. I mean, it's just an everyday normal occurrence when you're a gamer. So, I believe that we should protect free speech and protect the ability to do that. Not just in the gaming community itself, but on social media as well. As we saw during the Gamergate debacle, people on the far left, in particular, feminists, would like to squash free speech. They come after our games, they come after our communities, and tell us what we can and cannot say, what we can and cannot do, and I do not believe that that is the American way, and that is definitely not the gamers' American way. I think you would agree with that. So in the EU, the government, in conjunction with leftist politics and policies, feminists, progressives, intersectional feminists, the whole nine yards, are working to stop free speech. So on Twitter, Facebook, Google, and I believe YouTube as well in the EU, hate speech is now to be removed in 24 hours. While it sounds like on the surface like that's not a bad thing. However, it just depends on what they define hate speech as. And what the people on the left consider hate speech is basically anything that disagrees with them. Joking around with your friend and calling him a fag, or saying you're gay, or calling women guys, or just normal everyday back and forth banter that gamers partake in is considered hate speech in a lot of countries. Like the guy that got arrested for making that joke Nazi dog video, right? A joke is considered hate speech. That man got arrested. So you might say, well, this isn't going to happen in the United States. That's over there. I mean, that's not going to happen here. Well, let's take a look and see how the United States is trending in this direction. So currently, in the United States, social media is already silencing, shadow banning, and censoring anybody that does not hold exclusively leftist policy and politics, right? So we have it on Twitter, we have it on Facebook, you see it a lot even on YouTube. Videos get buried if they're not pushing a leftist rhetoric. So this is already happening. So why is this happening? So politicians and people in power have been giving these progressive feminists a voice in politics and in industry. So they've been inviting these feminists to Google and Twitter to help them stop hate speech, which can be anything in their definition of it, right? It can be, you suck, I don't like you, I disagree with you, the whole 9 yards. It's gotten out of control. They want to police speech on every platform, and it's already happening, as I already showed you. So how long do you think it'll take before it trickles into gaming? So people on the very far left will go to extreme lengths to silence free speech. Anybody that does not fully agree with what they want, they will just do everything they can to silence them. So look at Milo Yiannopoulos, right? So he is a right-wing conservative homosexual speaker, and he's touring colleges right now. And these feminists and progressives will, block doors. They will attack people, steal the microphone, do everything that they can in order to silence anybody that disagrees with them. They don't even want them to be able to talk. These are the same tactics being used by people on the far left all over the world. You see feminists doing this kind of thing all the time. You see progressives doing this stuff all the time. And now in the United States, you see violent protesters at Donald Trump rallies protesting with all of the violence in the world, sucker punching people, blocking streets, attacking people, burning American flags, waving Mexican flags, just doing all kinds of anti-free speech, un-American things. And these are the same people that are supporting Hillary Clinton. These are the same people that are going to be voting for Hillary Clinton. So if you want to protect free speech in gaming, you want to protect free speech overall, then I think at this point, it probably makes the most sense to be voting for Donald Trump. Granted, it's not perfect. Granted, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with that he says. But if you look at it, what are the options? You have free speech, or you have censorship. So appreciate you watching. I know this is a little bit different, and I think I might be doing more videos along these lines. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you for the next video.